Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lipakshi Khurana. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Monday, the 14th of November. Indians rush to ATMs to withdraw new currency after demonetization. Baloch expats protest in Germany, highlighting Pakistan atrocities. And Sikhs across India celebrate birth anniversary of their spiritual leader. And now for all the details, people in India continue to line up outside automated teller machines to withdraw cash. The country has gone into a tizzy following Prime Minister Narendra Modi's announcement to ban circulation of high denomination notes.
Citizens in need of cash queued up outside automated teller machines or ATMs early on Monday morning to withdraw money, days after the abolishment of 500 and 1000 rupee notes. The demonetization of two of India's largest banknotes, which made up more than 80% of the currency in circulation, has left millions high and dry and threatens to bring much of the cash-driven economy to a halt. People have been braving long lines to exchange their large notes for smaller ones, fearing the bank will run out of money, even as banks promised they won't. Some even headed to ATMs late night to meet the requirement.
तकरीबन 11 बजे से ATMs ढूंढ रहा हूँ और मुझे जस्ट अभी ATM मिला है, तकरीबन 4 बज रहे हैं सुबह के। तो ठीक है, अभी थोड़ी बहुत परेशानी हो रही है, बट ठीक है, फ्यूचर हमारे लिए सिक्योर्ड हो रहा है।
Meanwhile, the Indian government increased the limit on cash withdrawals from bank accounts on Sunday to calm public anger as millions of people clamoured for new rupee bills. The measures came as people complained of lack of access to their account despite hours of waiting at banks, as well as over the non-functioning of tens of thousands of ATMs not yet reconfigured for the new series of smaller-sized 2000 rupee bills. The move to demonetize the large bills is designed to bring billions of dollars worth of cash in unaccounted wealth into the mainstream economy, as well as dent the finances of Islamist militants who target India and are suspected of using fake 500 rupee notes to fund operations.
The people of southwestern Balochistan province have for years been the victim of human rights violations meted on them by the Pakistani establishment. Exiled Baloch people recently staged a massive protest in Germany to once again expose Islamabad's brutalities and state-sponsored terrorism in Balochistan.
Pro-freedom Baloch people held protest march across the streets of Bremen city in northwest Germany to highlight atrocities by Pakistan on the people of southwestern Balochistan province on Sunday. Similar protests also took place in Quetta, London and Stockholm on November 13, the day on which the people of Balochistan pay tribute to martyrs of the Baloch freedom struggle every year. Dubbing the Pakistani army as a terrorist army, the protesting Baloch expats alleged that tens of thousands of innocent Baloch citizens were mercilessly killed by the Pakistani army in fake encounters and brutal army operations. The protesting Baloch activists squarely blamed the Pakistani army and Inter-Services Intelligence or ISI for the attacks and unrest in their impoverished, neglected and beleaguered Balochistan province. They say that even as the Pakistan army is indifferent, Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's government hardly bothers about the growing rebellion and anger in Balochistan. Despite stiff resistances by locals against the Gwadar Port project, the Pakistani Prime Minister launched the controversial China-Pakistan Economic Corridor in collaboration with China.
Annual board exams in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province began on Monday amidst tight security. All arrangements have been put in place for smooth conduct of the examinations for grade 12th and 10th with 50% syllabus. While grade 12th exam began on Monday, 10th grade students will take exams on Tuesday.
Students of 12th grade thronged their respective schools to take the annual examination amid heightened security. The provincial government of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir went ahead with its schedule to hold the exams, although with just 50% of the syllabus. Students were accompanied by their parents who were present to boost the morale of their children.
एटलीस्ट 75% करना था प्रिपेयर, अगर मतलब अच्छे मार्क्स लाने थे, मतलब 50% से पास हो सकते थे, लेकिन 75% करना था प्रिपेयर. मैंने 75% किया है, तो उस वजह से घर पे खुद प्रिपेयर करना पड़ा, तो अपनी मेहनत. तो आज आपको लगता है कि आप कर पाओगे? इंशाल्लाह, होप सो.
The government had given choice to students either to appear with 50% syllabus cut in November exams or with full syllabus in March 2017. According to the data provided by the Directorate of School Education, over 80% have opted to appear in this month's exams. Kashmir Valley has been witnessing shutdown and unrest since July 9th, a day after the killing of 21-year-old Hizbul Mujahideen militant outfit commander Burhan Wani by troops. All educational institutions, including schools and colleges, have remained closed in the valley for last more than 4 months. At least 32 schools have been torched by unknown persons in the valley during the unrest.
Moving on to news from Afghanistan, increase in influx of Afghan refugees to the war conflict-ridden country has led the UN to appeal for funds to accommodate them. The Afghan government and aid agencies are struggling to cope with a wave of refugees returning from Pakistan and Iran to Afghanistan.
The United Nations appealed for $152 million to provide shelter, sanitation and food for a huge influx of refugees returning to Afghanistan from Pakistan. Thousands of returnees are crossing the Torkham border with Pakistan each day, according to the World Food Programme or WFP, the United Nations Food Assistance Branch. This came after Pakistan stepped up the pressure for its 1.5 million registered Afghan refugees to return home, citing security concerns. Refugees and others see the step by Islamabad as being driven by the strengthening Afghan-India relations, while its own ties with India are fraying. WFP officials have warned that a funding squeeze caused by the spread of crisis across the Middle East and Africa threatened its operations in Afghanistan, where 40% of people are estimated to face food insecurity.
India on Monday celebrated Children's Day with great fervour. To mark the day, Indian President Pranab Mukherjee gave away awards to the children for their exceptional achievements. The recipients included a Paralympic swimmer, a chess player, an equestrian, as well as students with keen interest in music and those with several technological innovations to their name. Children's Day is observed on 14th of November every year in India in honor of the country's first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, who was born on the day. He was known for his fondness and affection towards children throughout his life. Adventure lovers went in for a delight at a surfing festival in India. Surfers from across the world came together in India's eastern beach of Ramchandi to take part in the competition.
India's eastern Konark city in Odisha province played host to the 5th edition of the India Surfing Festival. The 3-day event drew enthusiasts from all over the world and offered people a chance to participate in workshops, competitions, musical events.
This festival is really nice. I've never been on such a festival. I'm not doing waves riding really long. I'm really looking forward to visit this place again.
I am a biker. I love motorbikes very much, and the surf festival has given me a reason to come out and explore those beautiful beaches of Orissa. I'm a day visitor and I'm getting to know about surfing.
Among its many attractions were the walk on water and yoga on water events, as well as skateboarding competitions. The India Surfing Festival also hosts a special segment for women where workshops and competitions are lined up to encourage girls to take up water sports.
Members of the Sikh community across India offered prayers in shrines to mark the birth anniversary of revered Sikh spiritual leader Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Huge rush of devotees was seen since early morning.
Sikh devotees visited gurdwaras or shrines across India to offer prayers on the occasion of the 548th birth anniversary of their first spiritual leader, Guru Nanak Dev. On this day, the Sikh community remembers the teachings of Guru Nanak, the first of the 10 Sikh spiritual leaders who also founded the Sikh religion. Devotees started thronging the beautifully decked up Golden Temple in northern Amritsar city since early morning.
सवेरे से आके गुरुद्वारे मत्था टेक के हाजिरी लगवाई है, अपनी गुरु महाराज के चरणों में हाजिरी लगवाई है। शाम ਨੂੰ थोड़ा दीपमाला करांगे घरां च इस तरीके नाल।
In the national capital New Delhi, devotees offered prayers before a platform where the religious text of Sikhism, Guru Granth Sahib, is placed. Guru Nanak believed that service to man is supreme and called the people to lead a moral and righteous life.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. Indians rush to ATMs to withdraw new currency after demonetization. Baloch expats protest in Germany, highlighting Pakistan atrocities. And Sikhs across India celebrate birth anniversary of their spiritual leader. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.